My friends, when the Swedish royal family lands in Canada, trailed by defense ministers and executives, it's clear. This isn't business as usual. Somewhere, an American president is probably fuming. This isn't just about fighter jets. It's about sovereignty, about whether Canada can truly chart its own course. The stakes aren't just military. They're about who decides Canada's future and who profits along the way. In this video, we'll explore why this deal matters, the sudden clash of interests, and the tactics unfolding behind closed doors. Standing up to a superpower takes courage. If you were the Prime Minister, would you risk angering the US for the promise of industrial independence? Would self-reliance outweigh the danger of confrontation? Imagine yourself in that decision-making seat. Drop your thoughts in the comments. A quick note. My book, Awake, The Practice of Critical Thinking, explores staying calm and clear when the world distorts reality. Now, let's break down why Sweden is courting Canada, why America is pushing back, and what it means for North America's balance of power. It's not every week that a European monarch lands in Ottawa flanked by defense ministers and arms executives, but these are not normal times. King Carl XVI Gustav and Queen Sylvia of Sweden, accompanied by Sweden's Deputy Prime Minister and a major business delegation, are on a state visit with a purpose far beyond ceremony. Canada's Defense Industrial Review, once a quiet, bureaucratic affair, has now become a stage for international theater. The Swedish visit and SAP's involvement makes one thing clear. Canada isn't just being courted to buy jets, but to forge a partnership. This isn't about a simple purchase. Sweden isn't just pitching the Gripen fighter jets. They're offering Canada the chance to assemble and maintain them on home soil. Royals, ministers, and executives moving in unison, it's a statement of intent. On a personal note, there's something oddly reassuring in Sweden's seriousness. In a world of shadowy deals and empty gestures, the presence of actual royalty commands attention. It makes you wonder, does this kind of gravitas only appear when the stakes are truly high? Perhaps it does. The stakes aren't just jets and jobs. They're about who writes the rules, who shapes the future, and who ultimately benefits. Across the room, the F-35 Lightning II looms, a marvel of 21st century technology, yet by many accounts, a monument to complexity and dysfunction. Decades in development, multi-billion-dollar overruns, persistent technical glitches. Some U.S. congressional voices have even called it a rat hole. But for the United States, the F-35 isn't just a jet. It's a symbol of alliance, industrial control, and economic leverage. Here's the catch. The Lockheed contracts are designed to ensure dependency. These planes can only be serviced by Lockheed or its authorized network, at whatever price they set over the aircraft's full life cycle. Critics warn of spiraling costs and multiplying glitches. In Canada, the numbers tell the story. Initial estimates of 19 billion Canadian dollars have now ballooned significantly. Every dollar invested risks flowing out of Canadian budgets into U.S. defense coffers. For ordinary Canadians, it's not just about principle. It's a choice between creating domestic jobs or funding an expensive foreign procurement maze. To understand this fully, we must hold two conflicting truths at once. Alliances are essential in an era of rising global threats, yet they can also become costly traps. Recognizing that tension, that's what staying awake in geopolitics truly means. In my view, Sweden's counteroffer, the Saab 39 Gripen, is more than just a jet. It's an industrial proposal wrapped in diplomatic velvet with hard steel underneath. The pitch is clear. Assemble and service the jets in Canada, transfer technology, train Canadian engineers, build supply chains, and create 10,000 new jobs. This isn't a vague promise. It's backed by public commitments and past performance. Technically, the Gripen is impressive. Designed for cold, rugged landscapes, it can land on ordinary highways, restart within minutes, and operate in frozen extremes where other jets might fail. Its development included snow-covered strips as short as 500 meters, with turnaround times of just 10 minutes, insane by conventional standards. For a country as vast and severe as Canada, these are not just sales points, they are strategic necessities. But here's the subtext. This isn't only about jets or jobs. It's about saying no to the American defense system's gravitational pull, investing in domestic capability, and keeping expertise, technology, and crucially, options at home. Opportunities like this are rare. Most countries never get the chance to renegotiate dependencies. Even fewer choose to take them. For Canada, this could be more than a procurement decision. It could be a statement of industrial independence, and that, in my opinion, is absolutely worth paying attention to. Naturally, when the balance of power is challenged, pushback follows. The United States has moved from support to warnings and now to overt economic threats. The message from the U.S. ambassador is clear. Future trade talks and the framework of North American cooperation could hinge on Canada staying in line and buying the F-35s. It's almost refreshing in its bluntness. The usual layers of plausible deniability have been stripped away. Buy our jets or risk your seat at the table. This is where it gets uncomfortable. This isn't just about defense procurement anymore. It's about Canadian sovereignty being tested in real time. A good critical thinker doesn't just ask what is happening, but who benefits from your reaction. The spectacle of the Swedish royal family, the veiled threats from Washington, each side is leveraging symbols and pressure points aiming to sway not just politicians, but public opinion itself. I have to admit, there's a grudging admiration here. For once, everyone is saying the quiet part out loud. Zooming out though, the stakes are crystal clear. Canada's decisions here aren't just about jets. They're about industrial independence, national pride, and the courage to stand up to a superpower. This isn't just a Canada story. Across the globe, countries are stepping away from American hardware, choosing European alternatives, and forging new industrial partnerships. Colombia, Hungary, the Czech Republic, they're all diversifying their defense relationships, quietly rewiring the old map of global power. And there's a wild card. Ukraine, in the midst of existential conflict, has placed an order so vast that Swedish industry alone can fulfill it. The solution? Build it in Canada, using Canadian workers and expertise to supply both Canada and Ukraine. It's a rare moment where the logic of sovereignty and solidarity align. A new factory, a new industry, a glimpse of what's possible if Canada is willing to take the risk. To me, this feels like a hinge in history, a juncture whose importance may only become obvious years later, when it might be too late to reverse. At the end of the day, the real question isn't just about fighter jets or jobs. It's about who gets to write the rules, about whether a nation can claim true independence in a world where every choice is shaped by threat or incentive. Earlier I asked, is national self-reliance worth the trouble? Watching this unfold, the uncomfortable truth is there is no safe answer. Every path extracts a price, money, jobs, and silent trade-offs that shape a country's destiny. But perhaps that's the point. Staying awake today means refusing the comfort of easy choices. It means recognizing that power never gives up without a struggle. For Canada, and for all of us, the next move isn't just a procurement decision. It's a deeper, older question. Are you willing to risk discomfort for the chance of something more? Thank you for being part of this conversation. If you enjoy this analysis, subscribe for more and check out related videos, including the one on the Gripen's impact. Until next time, stay awake, stay curious, and keep building for something bigger.